Hello and welcome to another wood floor warehouse video. Today we're going to answer a very common question that we get at Wood Floor Warehouse, and it's what is engineered wood flooring? Often when people want real wood floors, they initially think of solid wood flooring, but actually it's much more common to buy an engineered wood floor. So I want to talk a little bit about the differences and what categorizes an engineered floor, and what some of the benefits are, and also what some of the myths that people commonly have about engineered wood floors are. So let me start by explaining what categorizes or what classifies an engineered wood floor. And quite simply, an engineered floor will have a real wood top layer and something else underneath. And that pretty much covers all the engineered wood floors on the market today. So this very typical engineered floor is a multi-ply engineered wood. It's got a 5mm real oak top layer with a multi-ply whitewood layer underneath. In this particular one, they're using spruce. In this one, it's a 0.6mm veneer of real wood, and they use a HDF, a high-density fibre core, underneath the real wood. It's very similar in appearance to a laminate, but the mitigating factor or the big difference is the real wood surface that you would never get in a laminate floor. And lastly, we have another type of engineered wood floor. This one has a 3mm oak top, and underneath we have 2 layers of a whitewood. Again, they've used spruce. The original one we looked at had multiple layers. Often that can be a little bit more dense, a little bit heavier in feeling. This one can often be a little bit lighter, and is usually a little bit cheaper as a result, but both still very good products. On to the other wood types, just to make it easier to classify. So first of all, we have solid wood. It's classified as solid wood because the decorative surface is the same wood from top to bottom. That's how we know it's solid wood. If we look at this other solid wood floor, it's a Hevia wood floor. You can see there's multiple strips there, but it is the same wood floor from top to bottom. So again, that is classified as a solid wood floor. And then we have our laminates. It's a little bit easier to tell the difference here. The top layer, the decorative layer, isn't real wood. It's an imitation, it's a digital print. The next thing we want to look at are some of the benefits that you may get with an engineered floor over a solid wood floor. So of course you still get a real wood surface, so it's usually going to look exactly the same as a solid wood floor might. So why would you then choose engineered? Well, the first and probably the most important factor is stability. Wood expands commonly across the grain. So if you think of a grain of rice, when you boil it, it gets fatter. And it's the same when wood takes on humidity. The grain fattens up. When it comes to an engineered floor, because we have multiple layers, the grain is running in different directions. You can see that in the different colors of the different layers. And you can see that the grain runs a different direction. That reduces the movement in any one direction, making the floor more stable. The same would happen in a 2-ply. We have different directions of grain in each layer. And of course, in the HDF based floor, the grain doesn't run prominently in any one direction at all. So expansion is fairly even across the width and the length. If we were to look at a solid wood floor, because the same piece of timber from top to bottom has the same grain running the same direction from top to bottom, most of that expansion is going to be across the width. Because an engineered wood floor is more stable, we therefore don't have to stick it or nail it down like you would have to do with a solid wood floor. We can then use underlays, and these can add some extra advantages. Underlays can be used for leveling, they can be used to add extra insulation, they can be used to add extra sound deadening, all of which can be very beneficial to the homeowner. That's something that you can't do with a solid wood floor because it must be nailed or stuck down. You therefore can't use an underlay underneath. Another problem that people often have is higher humidities or higher moisture levels. Now, if your concrete is just that little bit higher than what would normally be deemed okay, you can use a moisture barrier underneath an engineered wood floor. Again, something that you can't do with a solid wood floor. At Wood Floor Warehouse, we hear some very common myths coming from some of our customers. So what I would like to do is dispel some of those for you. So one of the most common ones we hear is that engineered wood flooring is tougher to scratch. Well, I can tell you now that it's not. And that's because it uses the same real wood surface that is used in a solid wood. So there's absolutely no difference in how it would mark and scratch. However, there is one product that is different, and that is the diamond flooring, the diamond engineered flooring that we actually sell on our website. The HDF core makes it more dense. On the top of the thin real wood veneer, it is actually laminated. Still technically not a laminate floor because of the real wood layer, but that lamination makes the real wood extremely hard to mark and scratch. And we would rate that as high as a laminate flooring in our scratch tests. And we actually have done a video on that on our YouTube channel that you can watch. Another common misconception is that you don't need an expansion gap for engineered wood flooring. It may be more stable than solid floors, but it still requires that expansion gap. One of the nice things is that you can actually run your engineered floor a little further in slightly bigger rooms than you could normally have done with a solid wood floor. But the expansion gap is still essential because the wood will expand and contract with different heats and different humidities, all of which can change consistently through the year and through the seasons in your home. We often also hear that customers prefer solid wood floor over engineered because they want to sand it. Well, most engineered floors can still be sanded. You can't sand the diamond floors because of the very thin layer, but any engineered floor with a 2 mil wear layer or higher will allow for sanding. Now, if you intend to get heavy use in an area or intend on multiple sandings over the lifetime of the floor, then you can look at a 4, 5 or even a 6 mil top layer, which will last in excess of anyone's lifetime, even with heavy sanding. So it's not just solid wood floors that can be sanded. Last but not least is that we often hear that engineered wood floors are waterproof. And I can tell you now they're not. They may be more stable against moisture and they may expand and contract less than solid woods, but they will still react to moisture and it can still be very bad for it. So when you're cleaning them, make sure that you don't use too much water. And in wet areas such as bathrooms or kitchens, if you've used an engineered wood floor there, just be sure to mop up any spillages to avoid any chance of causing some damage to your floor. I hope you've enjoyed our little tech video today and it has explained a little bit more about engineered wood flooring for you. Everything that I've talked about today is available on our website at woodfloorwarehouse.co.uk, where we have over 70 engineered wood floors available in stock.